Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rosyiid Puteri and I'm from class 11E. And today I would like to tell you a mystery story titled The Adventure of Three Students by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The story happens when a famous detective named Sherlock Holmes and his loyal friend called Dr. John Watson were staying in a quiet university town in the year of 1895. On one afternoon, a very worried professor named Hilton Soames came to visit Sherlock Holmes in his apartment. His face looked very pale, and his hands were slightly shaking. He anxiously said, "Mr. Holmes, I really need your help right now. Something terrible has happened in my office." Mr. Soames then explained that he was preparing an important scholarship examination. The exam was supposed to be completely secret, of course, but earlier that day, when he returned to his office, he discovered that someone had entered his room and tried to copy the examination questions. Only 3 students lived in the rooms above Mr. Soames' office, and all 3 of them were the candidates of the scholarship. Mr. Soames was extremely worried that someone had cheated. To avoid a public scandal, Mr. Soames asked Sherlock Holmes to investigate this case quietly. Holmes and Watson immediately went to Mr. Soames' office, and as always, Holmes carefully observed every small detail that he found. Near the table, he found some sharp pencil shavings, and they suggested that someone had been sharpening a pencil in a hurry. And then, he found a deep cut on the surface of the desk, which looked very unusual. And also, near the window and in the bedroom, he found some small pieces of black clay. He kept those clues in his mind, and before making any conclusion, he decided to meet the 3 students. The first student was named Daulat Ras. Daulat Ras was an immigrant. He was polite, quiet, and well known as a very hardworking student. When Holmes entered his room, Daulat Ras was calmly studying, so Holmes asked gently to him, "You are preparing the examination seriously, I see." Daulat Ras replied respectfully, "Yes, sir. I hope to do my best." Everything in his room seems normal. Holmes did not find anything suspicious, but he still kept the young man in his list of possibilities. Next, Holmes visited the second student, Mouse McLaren. McLaren had a reputation for being very intelligent, but he was also very rebellious at the same time. And when Holmes came to knock on his door, McLaren answered rudely from inside and refused to open the door for Holmes. His behavior made Mr. Soames embarrassed. Watson then whispered to Holmes that McLaren had been acting very suspicious because of his bad attitude. But however, Holmes remained calm and said nothing about it. Finally, Holmes visited the third student. His name was Gilchrist. Gilchrist was tall, athletic, and well known as one of the best long jump athletes in his university. Unlike McLaren, he welcomed them politely and behaved like a true gentleman. At first glance, nothing about him seemed suspicious, but then Holmes' sharp eyes noticed something interesting in his room. But still, he kept quiet and continued observing. Later that evening, Holmes gathered Mr. Soames and his servant named Bannister, and then with a calm and confident voice, he said, "I believe I know now who entered Mr. Soames' office." The room became completely silent. Then Holmes revealed that the guilty student was Gilchrist. Everyone was so shocked, especially because Gilchrist appeared to be so polite and honest. Holmes then carefully explained his reasoning. Gilchrist had just finished his practice at the jumping field earlier that day, and the small pieces of black clay in the room matched the clay from the jumping pit. As Gilchrist passed by the professor's window, he saw the exam papers on the desk because, as I said, Gilchrist was tall and athletic. The temptation was too strong for him, so he decided to enter the room through the window and copied the examination questions. This also explains the pencil shavings and the deep cut on the desk. However, when Mr. Soames suddenly returned, Gilchrist panicked and he hid in a bedroom. But at that moment, Bannister discovered him. And instead of reporting the truth, Bannister decided to help him escape because he had once worked for Gilchrist's father and he still felt loyal for the family. When Gilchrist was confronted, he finally lowered his head and said sincerely, "I am deeply ashamed of my actions. I will not take the examination." And in the end, Gilchrist chose to leave the university to start anew on his life. And Mr. Soames was relieved too because this situation was handled peacefully. Once again, Holmes solved a case through brilliant and careful observations. From this story, we learn that honesty is way more important than a success that is achieved through dishonest ways. Temptation can come even to good people, but what truly matters is the courage to admit your mistakes and to choose the right path. Thank you for listening to my storytelling. I hope this story inspires us to always be honest even when no one is watching us, because we believe that God is always watching us no matter where we are or no matter what we do. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.